Well, we're back. It's Rex Tezino, Rextezino. And we just want to talk to you good people of the free world about this whole immigration thing as it pertains to America. Now, off the rip, a large number of people have this idea that the only people that migrate to America illegally are quote-unquote Mexicans. That's a whole nother conversation about Mexicans and Hispanics. Actually, let's go ahead and get into that real quick. Just the other day, we had the pleasure of speaking to this 70-year-old man. And while we were standing there at the stop waiting on a limo, he went on to say, man, look at all this trash. It's horrible, right? And we agreed with him as we took a little drag. Then he went on to say that it's all these Mexicans' fault. Now, if you've seen the man and you're where we're from in life, you would have been shocked to see an older gentleman who he looked like he was Mexican, talking about dirty Mexicans. Now, he went on to say that he was 70 and he's from Los Angeles and he was here back when it was segregated, when it was separate, but it was equal and it was good. And the city went to hell in a handbasket when the Mexicans got here, and they've got bad attitudes and they're not wanting to work. And he's just going on and on and on about these dirty, filthy, disrespectful Mexicans. And I just sat there and nodded at him and grinned and was like, yes, sir. Oh, really? Oh, okay. And for him to be jaded enough to believe that he was not included in that group. See, that's why the term Hispanic was generated a couple of generations back, so people could feel separated. And it's working. It's really working. Whenever you see an article on whatever media outlet you want to go and look at, you see people whose last names are Garcia, Rios, Hernandez, whatever, who believe themselves as Hispanics and separated from Mexicans like that. Let me explain something to you. For the people who are walking around using racial slurs, calling black folks the N-word, if your last name is Rios, you're Mexican to them. They don't care. And if your last name is Rios and you don't talk with an accent, you're one generation American. That's how their mind thinks. They figured your parents came over here, had you, and plopped you here so you could live the American dream. This is what they think. See, and then you're like, how do you know that? Well, have you ever been around a white person who thinks like this and not been Mexican or Hispanic? No offense. No, you haven't. You know, it's like, we're going to hold that truth back for a second. But yeah, it's the same thing when someone starts talking about all these damn Mexicans or all these damn gay people. We're just sitting there and was like, yo, what do you say about black people when we're not standing there? Anyway, so on the grand scheme of immigration, a great deal of these people that do come over here, yes, they come illegally and they're breaking the law. They're breaking the law to come here to work the jobs that you don't want to work. You sitting there with your attitude about they need to stay in their country and they're taking our job. There's nobody that's coming over here to America that can't speak a lick of English is taking a skilled position from you. Shut up. Like, really, you need to shut up. Because a great deal of these people are raising your kids. And the people who are doing it, for example, our neighbor came over from Mexico. There was an issue in Mexico. They came over, the husband, the wife, and 2 kids. The wife had 2 more kids here in the States. Those kids are citizens. Well, he's working illegally off of a stolen Social Security number, which is another crime. But he had like 15 years in with the sanitation department throwing away garbage cans. So you mean to tell us that for 15 years, the IRS, his employer, and everybody else ever involved with him using that social had no idea he was illegal and he couldn't speak English? Okay, that's logical. He just slipped through the cracks, 15 years.